Let's get to the 8K range on DraftKings. The 8K range starts off with the young gun, that sweet swinging fine Davis Riley, with a man with two last names, or two last names is what he's got. Aaron Wise, Mito Pereira, Brian Harmon, Webb Simpson, Mark Leishman, Denny McCarthy, all the way up to 8,300. Killa Keith Mitchell, Jason Day, and Jason Kokrak. So here, I think what's probably going to happen is that Denny McCarthy to Brian Harmon range is going to get pretty hammered. I think that's where people are going to go here. So, now I personally don't want to play Jason Kokrak. I think Jason Kokrak is probably going to live. I think Jason Kokrak has kind of mailed it in. If you look at his recent form, it's not fantastic. Um, I just feel like Kokrak's not the same player that we were used to seeing for a little bit there. So I'm not huge on Kokrak here. I'm probably for sure out on him. Denny McCarthy is a little scary to me too in terms of just 8,300 and paying for Denny McCarthy. I don't love paying for a guy like that you know is you're always it's like constantly dependent on his putter, and um just he's not a great ball striker. I'm probably out on Denny, although he obviously hit it well at the US Open. Let's see exactly how he got it done at the US Open. Yeah, I mean, the putting was the key. Let's see. For the event, he gained almost a full stroke on approach. Not it was basically average off the tee, average around the green, plus 1.69 strokes putting. That's how he does it. I don't love it at 8,300. So I'm probably out on Denny. I think if you're playing cash games, Davis Riley and Brian Harmon are for sure there. I mean, I've already talked about Davis Riley, I think four top tens and 9 starts. This kid's a stud. He's ready to win. And I think he probably will very soon. Brian Harmon is your course horse, right? Like, Harmon has an incredible record here at the Travelers. You can look it up. It's super good. Played good at the US Open. He's flash form. This is obviously a course that fits Brian Harmon when you think about what he does well and what he doesn't. So, I mean, I think if you want to play Brian Harmon, he'll be in consideration. He will be owned. He will for sure be highly owned, along with Davis Riley at the top. Um, you know, Aaron Wise, like, I love Aaron Wise. I'm a total Aaron Wise guy, but I tend to like Aaron on courses that reward the distance and the short game. I talk about this a lot with him. He's got a really good short game. I just don't know that we need that here this week. And if you do need it, you're probably not going to be doing very well. So I don't love that here. Mito, I'm interested in coming off the miscut. He's at 8,700. I would love to see people jump off of Mito. It's probably not going to happen. But he missed the cut on the number, and I mean, Mito's still. Let's see, what did he do? Let's see, for the event. I mean, he was positive in approach, positive putting, not great around the greens, and lost almost a full stroke off the tee. I think Mito. Hopefully people go to Riley and Harmon, and just Mito gets ignored. That would be great. He's not going to get ignored because he's Mito. Everybody loves him. Who's going to get ignored is, like, you know Jason Day, Jason Kokrak, Keith Mitchell, Danny McCarthy, Mark Leishman, everybody below that $8,600 threshold. Leishman's interesting to me. He's trending a little bit. I could see pivoting to Leishman if I wanted to get ballsy here, and I felt like this AK range really was really getting pounded. Um, I think you could. I think you can use a lot of these guys in the 8K range if you want to start lineups in the 9K. With Jordan, with Sungjae, Neiman, Keegan. If you want to do that, I think that's very viable this week. I think you can make it happen. So the AK range is good, but I do think your chalk is going to be Riley and Brian Harmon. So, uh, yeah, I think that's it for the. I think that's it for the AK.
Well, you said Jason Day is a cross off, right? But did you look at Jason Day's course history?
Kokrak. I said Kokrak is for sure a
Well, you
cross.
said Jason Day would be ignored. Do you think he
I do
should be
think he would.
ignored?
Yeah, I think he'll. I mean, when I say ignored, like, I mean, I think Jason Day is going to be. I mean, he's going to be like sub 10%.
Hmm.
I mean, I think he'll be like 7 or less.
T10 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have a great record here. 8th in 2019, 12th in 2018. Um, you know, I okay. I mean, like, they just never he just doesn't get me going. I would love a guy. It's hard for me to get on a guy whose irons are so terrible. I mean, in 2022, he's gained strokes with his irons in 3 events, and he's played, let's see, 3, 6, 9, he's played 10 events. So in 30% of his events, he's gaining strokes with his irons, and when he's losing a lot. Like, every event that he's lost strokes with his irons, so those 7 events, he's lost more than a shot. In his last 3 events, he's lost more than 10 strokes with his irons total. Like, I don't wanna be sweating Jason Day getting up and down and making putts from God knows wherever. I just don't. So I probably am out, you know? So, that's Jason Day. I'm out. No, thank you. Alright.